The world does not owe you a peaceful life. Look around at the chaos of the modern age, where everyone is rushing toward an invisible finish line. Pressure is not your enemy. It is a mirror reflecting the hidden weaknesses you have tried to conceal from yourself and the world for so long. Behold the face of those who stood firm. Are you a victim of your circumstances? Or are you the architect of your own sovereign soul today? It is time to stop complaining about the storms and start building a fortress within. A sanctuary that cannot be breached by any external force whatsoever. The waves of fate may crash against your shores, but the mountain remains unmoved. You were born for greatness, not for the comfort of easy days. Every challenge is a test of your masonry. Each trial is a stone laid in the walls of your character. Will you stand or will you fall? Welcome to the School of the Mind. Today, we construct the inner citadel. 5 principles to make you invincible against the crushing weight of modern existence. Prepare your spirit for the siege. The journey into the depths of your own power begins now. Listen closely to the wisdom of the ancient masters. Principle 1. The brutal truth of boundaries. Most of your suffering stems from the futile attempt to control things that are simply not within your power. The weather, the past, and the opinions of others are like the wind. You cannot stop the wind, but you can certainly adjust your own sails. Epictetus taught us that happiness begins the moment we distinguish between what is ours to command and what belongs to the vast, indifferent universe outside us. If you seek to control the uncontrollable, you will always be a slave to anxiety. You give away your crown every time you worry about others. Redirect that divine energy back into the only domain where you hold absolute sovereignty, your own thoughts, your own choices, and your own deliberate actions today. The smith does not argue with the heat of the forge. He uses it to shape the steel. Stop arguing with reality and start shaping your response. When you stop caring about what you cannot change, you unlock a reservoir of power you never knew existed. You become the master of your internal state. Imagine a wall between your peace and the noise of the world. Nothing crosses that line without your permission. This is the first layer of defense. If the world shouts, you remain silent. If the world panics, you remain still. This is not indifference. This is the highest form of self-mastery. Commit to this path right now. Type, "I control my mind" in the comments to signal your intent to stop being a victim of external circumstances. Your mind is your primary weapon. Keep it sharp, keep it clean, and never let a stranger's words dull the edge of your resolve or your purpose. The boundary is drawn. Within these walls you are king. Outside the world may burn, but here there is only the steady rhythm of your own will. The first principle is set. You have reclaimed your power. Now we must learn to embrace the path that destiny has laid out before our feet. Principle 2. Amor fati. Do not merely endure your fate. Learn to love it. See every obstacle as fuel for the fire that burns within your soul. A fire that is strong enough consumes everything thrown into it and grows brighter. Be that fire. Transform every setback into a glorious opportunity for growth. The sweat on your brow and the ache in your muscles are the prices of entry into the Hall of Legends. Embrace the struggle as your greatest teacher. Do not pray for a lighter burden. Instead, pray for a stronger back. The weights you lift today are building the strength you will need tomorrow. Stand beneath the cold rush of destiny and smile. Accept the chill, for it reminds you that you are alive and capable of enduring the harshest elements. A warrior does not complain about the rain. He learns the rhythm of the storm and dances within it. He knows the sun will return eventually. The sea does not care about the sailor, but the sailor learns to respect the sea. Every wave is a lesson in balance, and every gust a test. Your scars are not marks of shame. They are the medals of a life fully lived. They prove that you faced the fire and came out tempered. Love the path because it is yours. No one else can walk it. No one else can suffer it. It was designed specifically to refine your spirit. When you say yes to life, exactly as it is, the world loses its power to hurt you. You become a partner with destiny itself, unstoppable. The flames of fate do not destroy the warrior. They forge him. Now, we move to the discipline of the body to further harden our resolve. Principle 3. Voluntary hardship. Comfort is the graveyard of the will. If you never face struggle by choice, you will be crushed when it comes by force. Wake up while the world sleeps. Seek the discomfort that others avoid. By choosing the hard path now, you make the rest of your life much easier. Seneca advised us to set aside days to live on the cheapest food and roughest clothes. Ask yourself, is this what I used to fear? When you realize how little you truly need to survive, you become immune to the fear of loss. Poverty loses its sting, and luxury loses its grip. Turn off the glowing screens that steal your focus. Sit in the silence of your own thoughts. Reclaim the territory of your mind from the digital invaders. Physical labor cleanses the spirit. It grounds you in reality and reminds you that results require effort. There are no shortcuts in the construction of a fortress. Master your hunger. Master your boredom. If you can control your basic impulses, you can control your entire life. Discipline is the ultimate form of self-love. Strip away the excess until only the essential remains. A cluttered life leads to a cluttered mind. A warrior travels light and moves with lethal precision. Train in the shadows so you can shine in the light. The habits you build in private are the foundation of the character you display in public. These hands have worked. This body has endured. There is a quiet confidence that comes only from knowing you can handle whatever life decides to throw. Connect with the earth. Feel the reality of the present moment. Voluntary hardship is not punishment. It is the liberation of the human spirit from modern chains. You are becoming something more than a consumer. You are becoming a creator of your own strength. The fortress walls are rising higher with every disciplined choice. With the body hardened, we must now face the ultimate reality. We must look into the eyes of the end to truly understand how to live. Principle 4. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. This is not a morbid thought. It is the most powerful tool for living a life of purpose. The seasons change, and so do we. Every breath you take is one less in your count. You are not losing time, you are living it. The kings of old and the beggars in the street all share the same destination. Death is the great equalizer that strips away all our petty vanities. Stop acting as if you have 10,000 years to live. Fate hangs over you. While you are alive and able, strive to be truly great. Look at the masses, wasting their precious hours on trivialities. They trade their limited life force for temporary distractions. Do not be one of them. If this were your final day, would you still care about that insult? Would you still fear that risk? Death puts everything into its proper perspective. Let go of the grudges. Let go of the trivial worries. Focus only on what matters. Memento mori is the key that unlocks the cage of hesitation. Live with urgency. Not the urgency of stress, but the urgency of love and contribution. Every moment is a gift that must not be squandered. The bell tolls for everyone. It reminds us that our time is a finite resource. Spend it like the gold it truly is. Be intentional with your soul. In the shadow of death, life becomes vivid. The colors are brighter, the stakes are higher, and your actions take on a weight of eternal significance. The darkness is coming for us all, but a warrior leaves behind a light that continues to burn long after his own flame has been extinguished by time. Write your legacy with your actions today. Do not wait for a better time. There is no time but now. The hourglass is never still for anyone. We are small, yet we are capable of infinite courage. Now, let us bring it all together and step inside the final sanctuary of the mind. Principle 5. The inner citadel. This is the culmination of all your training, the creation of an impenetrable space within your own consciousness for eternal peace. The world can take your wealth. It can take your health. It can even take your freedom. But it can never enter your mind without your consent. Marcus Aurelius spoke of this fortress. It is built with the bricks of logic and the mortar of virtue. It is the only true safety. Everything you need for a happy life is within you. It is in your way of thinking. No person can harm you unless you are complicit. When the world outside is screaming in agony, the inner citadel remains silent. You observe the chaos without being touched by its destructive and wild energy. This is not a wall to hide behind, but a foundation to stand upon. From here, you act with clarity, compassion, and unshakable resolve in every situation. The citadel is finished. You are no longer a victim of the storm. You are the master of the calm. Your power is internal and completely absolute. You move through the world, but you are not of the world. You carry your own atmosphere. Your peace is infectious, and your strength is undeniable to all. No boss, no critic, and no tragedy can break the walls you have built. You are the architect, the guard, and the king of this mental realm. Protect this space with everything you have. It is your most valuable possession. In the inner citadel, you are finally and truly free from all external chains. The 5 principles are yours. You have the tools, you have the wisdom. Now there is only one thing left to do. Begin the work. This video was not for your entertainment. It was a wake-up call to your sleeping spirit. The system wants you weak, but you were born strong. Knowledge without action is merely a dream. Take these principles and weave them into the fabric of your daily existence. Discipline is the only way out. The world will try to pull you back into the herd. It will try to make you forget. Resist. Remember your fortress. Remember your sovereign power. If you are ready to stop making excuses and start building your life, type, "I build my life now," in the comments below. Join the warriors. Do not just watch. Become. The time for talk is over. The time for construction has begun. Go out and be the master of your destiny. Wake up. The fortress awaits its commander. Your new life begins with the very next thought you choose to believe. Stand tall, mind warrior.